p.m. Wednesday nights.
Facebook watch parties are welcome.
If you found out that someone you used to date changed their gender, what would you do and how would you feel? If you found out, I'm repeating. If you found, hold on, wait a minute, No. Hold on, you don't set me up.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi.
When I leave the room, you cannot say yes, you cannot say no, you cannot repeat, you cannot hesitate, and you cannot say mm-mm. Okay? The moment I leave the room, the game starts.
How you doing, Ken?
Very well.
Are you okay, Ken?
Feeling good.
You cheating?
I would never say that. No.
p.m. Wednesday nights.
Facebook watch parties are welcome.
If you found out that someone you used to date changed their gender, what would you do and how would you feel? If you found out, I'm repeating. If you found, hold on, wait a minute, No. Hold on, you don't set me up.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi.
When I leave the room, you cannot say yes, you cannot say no, you cannot repeat, you cannot hesitate, and you cannot say mm-mm. Okay? The moment I leave the room, the game starts.
How you doing, Ken?
Very well.
Are you okay, Ken?
Feeling good.
You cheating?
I would never say that. No, I would never say that.
You just said no, I would never say that. I am the champion!
You're gone.
That's America.
You sure?
Well, last time I checked on Google.
No bother with it. No bother with it.
Whoa! Good morning, Claire. How you doing, darling? How we doing, peeps? Yep. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. Pleased to have you all in the room. Nice, bright and early on a Wednesday as well. Damn, Wednesday. Can you believe it? We've already hit the Wednesday. Only the other day was Monday, and it was freezing at that. Do you remember that? Do you remember how cold it was? We all got up and we felt like we was in Antarctica. I do. I don't forget, man. That was when I was saying I should be slapping my mother, innit, my parents, for bringing us here, innit, in this cold weather, in these cold times. Oh God, is it cold? But yes, good morning, one and all. Could you lot say good morning to each other? I like that. Oh gosh, morning Tina. Oops, reply to myself, says Mags. Yeah, that's what happens when you start getting old. It's what happens when you start getting old. You start doing things like that. Astrid, today is the day, girl. Good morning to you. You must be well excited. You must be over the moon, actually, Coach Astrid. You must be over the moon, eh? The big news. It's not even so much big news, man. It's brilliant. Morning, Bernadette. Miss Roberts. Good to have ya. That's me. I'm good, Rudy. That's me. So she says, that's me, that little thing up there, that's me. Oh God. Yes, well, you're now being joined, isn't it? You're not the only one who's little bit and in the room anymore, isn't it? We got another little bit in the room now, haven't we? We got more little bits in here. Damn cheek. What do you mean you're not old? Listen about damn cheek. I am not being feisty, you know. It's weird when you get old. The things that happen when you get old is stupid. Your sight goes. That's the first thing that goes. Your sight starts moving away from you. Do you know what I mean? And the worst thing about it is not only your sight that goes, you know, so does your memory. Have you noticed that? Your memory goes as well. Because you can't remember where you put your glasses. I noticed that about myself, man. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. Only the other day, yeah? I said to myself, what's going on with me? Because I couldn't find my glasses. I could not find my glasses, yeah? And I noticed I've been misplacing my glasses for some reason. And seeing as I started misplacing my glasses, I started to write notes to remind me of where I've left my glasses. Yeah? And so I couldn't find my glasses the other day. So I went to the notes to find out where I left my glasses, and I couldn't read the note. Because I couldn't find my glasses. I know, stupid, man. Stupid. And guess where my glasses were? I spent about a good 20 minutes looking for my glasses, yeah? Guess where my glasses were? You ain't going to believe where my glasses were. You're going to tell me so I'm stupid. This is where my glasses was. Yes. I forgot, right, that I left my glasses on my head. Yeah. I know. That's the, and the worst thing about it is when your memory goes is like, your memory could go in seconds. Did you know that? Your memory goes in seconds. Have you ever sort of like said to yourself that you're going to go upstairs for something, I don't know, a pair of scissors or something, and you leave the room, and then when you leave the room and you start going up the stairs, you forgot why you was going upstairs? Oh God, I feel like I'm laughing at myself. Well, I am laughing at myself, to be honest, isn't it? So there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my God. Oh God. So when I say you're getting old, Mags, I don't mean it in a horrible way. Do you know what I mean? But I do notice the glasses. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God. Crazy, man. Crazy. So Denise, I see you got your electric blanket on the way, which is great. I mean, you're going to need that electric blanket. Do you know what I mean? Going to need it, man. Going to need it. England cold, England bitter. England cold and it bitter, it cold. But then yesterday wasn't cold and bitter. Do you know what I mean? That's why I say that we live on a bloody swamp in the UK. Sean, good morning. Nice to know you're in the room. Good friend of mine, Sean. She's soon to have an operation, and a GoFundMe page has been set up for her. I don't know if you care to put the GoFundMe page into the room. It'd be nice if you did, Sean. It would be nice, and people could help contribute, you know what I mean, and help you recruit and get better and what have you. I understand we're halfway there now for the target that you decided to reach, and it would be nice. I would appreciate it, Sean, if you put it in the room. But I'll leave that down to you. Leave that down to you guys, man. Put it in the room, Sean. Put it in the room. Put it in the room, right? If anybody wants to contribute and help you with your recuperation, that would be nice. Nigel should have done that. Nigel Charmaine. We haven't seen him in a couple of days. Nigel recently had a liver transplant, which was very successful. He's back home now, which is thank God for that. And he's slowly repairing. He's slowly repairing, which of course is a good thing, you know. But this morning it's definitely a special day. This morning is a special day. It's the 30th September, and someone I know has got some really good news, and I think it's news that we should share, really. I mean, she's been telling us about it, haven't you, Coach Astrid? Coach Astrid, you've been telling us about it, eh? And I think we should all get behind you, man. I don't see no reason why we shouldn't. It's the official launch date today. Astrid's book. She was telling us about it during her interview. She told us about it when we was on Countryman show, and the book is now being released. Stories of Truth and Triumph. Yeah, it's got their 2 days to launch. That's how she's been pushing it hard. She's been pushing it hard. But the official launch day is today. So that book is now available. A set of, what can I say? Hold on a second. Yes. Stories of Truth and Triumph, it's called. And Coach Astrid writes, we all have times when challenges are all-consuming and we can feel like the road ahead is so daunting. And sometimes that road can feel too hard, and permanent choices can be made to end the pain. I love that line, end the pain. Especially now at the times of publishing her book in 2020. The world is dealing with huge changes, with mental health being impacted on a huge scale. So she believes this book will help you to see that you can create the change you want for yourself. Go on, Coach Astrid, go on. There are loads of short stories in this book of hope. It's released today, this year, as it has special significance. Special significance as it is both the last day of suicide awareness. I didn't know that. And prevention month, and the anniversary of Megan's suicide. Stories of Triumph and Truth is the first of a series of publications, a project funded and inspired by Lisa King, okay, an experienced youth coach and TEDx Spotlight speaker. Lisa explains the main objective of the publishing project is to help people who are experiencing challenges in life that impact their mental health take the first step towards a better future. The diverse range of stories shared and testimonies of survival mean that whatever your current situation, there is always hope. So that's not a bad book to go out and get. When I think about it, I think it's a very positive thing that Coach Astrid has done. And you know, for us as the Rants and Bants crew to get behind it, I think that would be even great. That would be brilliant. Claudette, is it Tate? Hello, how you doing, babes? Good to have you in the room. Oh, Mags, you finally, so you do agree, Mags. You do agree. Huh? Damn cheek. Damn, she call me cheek, you know? Hold on a second. Steve-O, what are you dealing with? Steve says, I once found myself naked on my balcony 20 floors up. I was meant to be brushing my teeth and turned left instead of right. You must have a big dick. That's why you did that, innit, rude boy? Because if you go outside and it's cold, right, you ain't no longer got a big dick. So you ain't even accidentally stepping outside. So for you to have stepped outside, go on, Steve-O! You're a bad boy. You're a bad boy. Oh my God. But it was something that Mag says memory and eyesight start to go and joints stiffen up. You know what? Our joints only stiffen up when it's cold. You notice that? That's why our parents keep going back to the West Indies for six months. And do you know what I mean? And only come over here during the summertime. That's when it's warmer, innit? Eh? But what I was going to say, Coach Astrid, I do believe that at 4:45 this evening, you're going to be doing a live where you'll be talking about what it took to make the book and who you wrote the book with. So if anybody's around later on at about 4:45, I think, if I've got it correct, that Coach Astrid will be talking about the book. I think Steve, Mr. Salter there, he should write a book about what it is to walk on the balcony. butt naked. Oh, that's good. Claire's up on the book launch. Book launch day. Yes, today, man. Big shout out to Coach Astrid. Big shout out. Lisa, good morning, Lisa. Good morning, bye. That's my Lisa, man. That's my Lisa. Oh my God, when Lisa ready, you know. Lisa knows how to whine and get down. That's one thing I know. Cameo, good morning, Cameo. I'm actually up in time to catch you. Good morning, Miss Cameo. Do you remember Miss Cameo? We interviewed her on Keep Real. Yeah, Dungargan. Remember the Dungargan? You lot must remember the Dungargan. Don't go on like you don't know what I'm talking about. You lot know what I'm talking about, the Dungargan. Yeah. And all the hard work that she's done in promotion of reggae music. That's not all that goes, says Denise. That's not all. What else goes, Denise? What else goes? Morning, Shugs. Don't tell me, Jules. Don't tell me, Jules. Huh? Denise, why are you in the wrong room? What's going on here? Thank you, Rudi and Rants and Bants crew, for your support. Oh man, we're more than willing to support you, Coach Astrid. Because don't forget, you know, Coach Astrid does early morning coaching in the morning, you know, where you can do your meditation and stuff. So make sure that you lot do, especially when because I know that there's a lot of us who get up bright and early. You know, because the older you get up, you know, you get up bright and early. I don't know why that is, but as you get older, you tend to get up bright and early. Especially when people are when they're retired, they get up bright and early. They got nothing to do. You know what I mean? And Coach Astrid does some coaching in the morning, which is great. Helps you to meditate, helps you to start the day, helps you to cleanse yourself. I've been saying it for a couple of months now, but I only say it because I know it works and I know that it's good. The cleansing of my mind anyway has helped me to create clarity, and it allowed me to pass my trading exams. I'm about to receive my certificate pretty soon. I got one more day and it should arrive, and then I can start training and hopefully start to get an income, because I'm still struggling to get an income at the moment. But it hasn't really stopped me, as it hasn't stopped a lot of us. I'm quite proud to say, especially with the likes of Claire, who had a stroke, as some of you know from the interviews that we've been having, because this is the whole point of Rants and Bants, is we talk about each other as well as what's going on around the world. And she's recovered from that, and she's still working, not fully recovered, but still with her good foot. She's up on the dance floor. Do you know what I mean? We interviewed Peter Terry on Monday, as well as Kaz. But I think Peter Terry's story was the one that, in other words, it's a confirmation of Coach Astrid's book, really, from really humble beginnings of being a foster child to being passed around to going through what foster children go through. All right, I can't vilify anybody for breaking the law at such an early age, but that's what happens when you find yourself in situations like that. But despite that, Peter Terry has managed to carve out a really nifty career for himself. Because as you know, he's dyslexic and what have you. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing that with you. But despite the dyslexia, he was working with Sony Radio, Sony, the company that produces music and stuff. He was on several different radio stations. He helped build radio stations. He attempted to set up his own radio station, Guest Radio. He's still going. He's currently doing stuff with Bojangles. Bojangles has now turned in from a nightclub into a restaurant. He introduced the cook Andrew, who used to run Cottons in Holborn. Peter Terry has done a lot for somebody who was really up against it, being a mixed race child, and his father disappeared, and then he had to have a foster father. That foster father ended up being Pete Robinson, who was the councillor for Westminster. He had a fabulous story to tell. I was very confused, Rants and Bants crew, with what was going on that night, on Monday night, I should say, because there were a lot of comments that were being made on Monday and they weren't relevant to what was going on. And I was finding it difficult to concentrate on what Peter was saying and at the same time trying to put up your comments. Because when I started putting up comments, I started realizing that they were personal conversations that was going on in there that had nothing to do with the interview. And it kind of threw me because I kind of basically lost focus because I had to sift through the conversations that was going on and get to the questions that were relevant for Kaz and for Peter. Kaz's story was obviously a triumph. It was a triumph for the Windrush generation, I would say, proving that that there are black families that have both parents and the benefits of what happens when you have both parents. As much as life may be difficult, I mean, they started off in a one bedroom like everybody else did, but they worked together with other couples that came over from the West Indies. Yeah, ended up buying their own place. Their mother, Kaz's mum, also took on somebody else, a young lady, beautiful young lady, beautiful young lady. And we saw basically what happens when there's a lot of love in a relationship, because this is what her son's wearing. Can you believe that? Bloody hell, that's powerful, man. It is so powerful. So it was great. Monday night was great. Believe it or not, Monday was one of the most emotionally draining times that I had, because I went through so much of Kaz's history. Kaz doesn't mind sharing stuff on her Facebook, and it was amazing to see how love works. How it works, how it permeates, is that the correct word? How it goes into your siblings, not siblings, into your children, and how your children can pass that on, and how that gets passed on to your relationships. And even Kaz had hassles and problems of her own, which she's had to overcome, and still is overcoming, because her sight is also not at its best, but it's a different thing. She's got a disease called glaucoma, which basically eats away at your eyes, you know what I mean? But despite all that, she still does what she does, and she's at the top. She's at the height of her field, where she's working now as a recruitment consultant, finding white collar work for those who have graduated through university, through what she called the Russell universities. Russell universities are things that the corporate world looks for when they're recruiting, and therefore, which was lovely to know, it's the sort of direction we should be directing our children in, because we are responsible at the end of the day. We are the role models. We, not Stormzy. I love what Stormzy does, but he's not the man. Do you know what I mean? Your immediate role models are actually your parents, which is great. So yeah, so we've had quite a lot that's happening in the Rude already. We got Sean, who should have a GoFundMe page. I hope she's going to put it up, because I'm not going to put it up, Sean. I'm not going to put it. I want you to put it up. Yeah. We've got Astrid, who's got her book that's being released today. All right. And she'd also be talking about that later on at 4:45, if I'm correct, Astrid. Yeah. If I'm correct. Yes, thank you. The Facebook group for the interview is called Stories of Truth and Triumph. All right. So that is the Facebook group for the interview. Okay. And that's going to be happening this evening. Right. So you can find out more. That's for those of you who are going to be in a position whereby you can watch that. Do you know what I mean? And most probably join me as well, because I'll be watching it. Yeah. You don't have to. But there you go. That's the whole point of the Rants and the Bants crews, that we're here to support one another. We're here to talk about what's going on around the world, as well as not just around what's going on around the world, but what is happening on our own doorstep. Yeah. I did. Have you guys all said good morning to Cameo? I hope so, because I don't want you lot forgetting her. She works so damn hard. Yeah. She's kept the reggae industry together. You can also catch Cameo on Lightning Radio, if I'm correct. If you are still awake, Cameo, could you write down in the comment section what time your shows are, so that the ladies know that they can, you know what I mean, get down with you, girl, when you're putting on your music and playing it. You know what I mean? They need to know. Do you know what I mean? Because some of them, their memory's short. Their memories are going. Do you know what I mean? Their memories are going. So you have to kind of remind them that that you do put shows on, and it's throughout the week, and what time they can catch you. Yeah. But like I said, I'd much rather you put that information in there, and then that will show you that they are supporting you. You know what I mean? I'll encourage it. You know what I mean? You know what? My platform is here for us all to use. Yeah, it's just a case of us all working together. Yeah, as one, which is what we used to do back in the day, isn't it? It's the sort of thing that we used to do back in the day. I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's disappeared, but I think we're going to learn that we could use the internet to our own. Do you know what I mean? Get the benefit of it. You know, I think that's what the lockdown has enabled us to do. What's going on here at Julia? Who's Lisa? Innit? Lisa? Oh, I'm getting told off, innit? Liz is telling me off. Has he got a name wrong? He needs to go back to Specsavers. Shut up. Shut up, Liz. You know who I was talking about. You know. I thought I clicked red. LOL. I was calling Astrid thinking she was in the wrong room. Shame, 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 shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. No, sir. Too cool. Just a way, yeah, when you want to get an electric blanket like Denise, mate. Do you know what I mean? That will help you wake up. Because believe it or not, yeah, no more live streaming from tomorrow, apparently. Is that right, Tony? Wait, hold on. Let's dig into this. No more live streaming from tomorrow. Whoa. Is that from Facebook, Tony? That's quite scary. That is quite scary. Because that's what I do. I live stream. I not do nothing else. Been doing it on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know, tonight we've got the Anything Goes podcast, and you're trying to tell me no more live streaming. I heard that there were changes coming. Ross, you're serious? You're trying to keep up with everything, man. News is coming out all the time, isn't it? Fab Show Monday. You bring out the qualities in your guests, Rudy. Good to see them sparkle. It's lovely watching them sparkle. It's lovely watching them sparkle. I'm not gonna lie, man. That's why I was saying that. But Tony just caught my attention with that one. Is that true, Cameo? That there'll be no more live streaming? Has anybody else heard that? Not that I'm questioning you, Tony. It's just that it's going to have a dramatic effect on me. I do believe it's going to have a dramatic effect on me. Permit. Oh my God. Well. I can see that you and Chocolate are good friends. No one, look at her. Permit, you know, Permit. Yes, into the family. Well, that's when I was talking about Kaz earlier on, and the way in which the I'd say the morals and the principles of her parents have gone straight into their grandchild. And not only that, but the way it also helped to form the relationship that Kaz has with her husband. It's a bloody wonderful relationship they've got, man. You know, and they saw that because of her parents, really. When you're around parents like that, you know, it obviously helps. It obviously helps. And I think we saw actually living proof of that. Astrid has not heard that. Shug says we're probably going to have to pay for it now. Morning, Paul. How you people, did Paul say good morning this morning? Come, you never see it. Oh, Lola's back. How you doing, Lola? How you doing, babes? You good? It's a big conspiracy to keep the genuinely talented off your show. Do you think so? I've been trying to get Paul on the show. I'm going to tell everybody, Paul. I'm going to tell him. I've been trying to get Paul, right, to come and do Keeping It Real, but he's ducking me. He's staying in his cab. He's going, nah, Rudy, I'm not coming. I've given him 2 dates already and he's turned them down. Isn't that right, Paul? You've turned down the dates. You've been ducking me, bruv. Hey? Paul Walsh has been ducking me, people. It's like he only wants to see people when they come in his cab. Ain't it, Paul? Paul. I should actually let everybody see who Paul is. Because it's only right. There's no point in me mentioning names, yeah. And then people don't know who the fuck you are. So what I will do is at least allow people to have a glimpse of who Paul is. And maybe he can justify why he doesn't want people to see him. Do you know what I mean? Because Paul is quite an extraordinary guy, ladies and gentlemen. I give him his dues. You know what I mean? From the days of school, this guy stood out because he's single-minded, right? He does what he wants to do, yeah, and he does not let people get in his way. That's what I love about him. Do you know what I mean? Because the way that the guy used to come dressed to school, yeah, you know what I mean? You could see that he was going to have a hard time, yeah. But despite what everybody else thought, yeah. Where is it? God. Yeah, despite what everybody thought, yeah. Paul, I give you your dues, you held your own. Do you know what I mean? You held your own and you walked around, you took the abuse. Do you know what I mean? Good on you, Paul. You look good, man. You look good. Well done for coming to school like that. That's Paul. That's Paul. That's the way that he used to come to school. Do you know what I mean? So we got to give him a little big up. Jeff John, nice to have you in the room, my friend. Thank you for coming. DJ Cameo is on Lightning Radio with Soul Vibrations. The show is on a Tuesday from 1 till 3 p.m. and Ride the Rhythm show on a Thursday from 6 till 8 p.m. And you can catch her from next week as you're off this week. Oh, my God. Is that right? You're off this week. Yes. So that's where you can catch DJ. We've got so much going on in the room. I friggin' love it. We've got so much going on in the room. Yep. Yes, Paul, you got busted, mate. I've shown them who you are. They need to know exactly who you are, Paul. There's no point in hiding. There's no point in hiding it. You've got to come forward. Come on, we've got to encourage Paul to, you know what I mean, come on the Keep It Real show. You know what I mean? So he can explain. He can explain himself. You know what I mean? You don't come to school like that. I used to tell him, don't come to school like that, Paul. It's not a good look. I told him it's not a good look. You know what I mean? I said, Paul, it's not a good look, man. But you know what I mean? If you want to do that, hey, Paul, if you're gonna duck, come out with room. Tell him, Shugs, tell him. You mean leave him alone? Nah, we're not leaving him alone. Anyone who's gonna go to school dressed up like that, you don't leave them alone. You give them a hard time. Them Joe forget the hard time. Well, that's Paul, man. That's how he used to come to school. You know what I mean? So he got what he deserved, as far as I'm concerned. He got what he deserved. Hear him. I put X in the box for no publicity, and you want my picture up. It's too late, man. I'll put it up. I'll put it up, mate. Paul better than... Oh, come on, man. Listen, Shugs, do not put yourself down, yeah? Shugs? Yeah? I know you're not... I know mommy and daddy don't know that you're talking to me, yeah? And I'm no paedophile, but you look all right. You look all right. You look good. 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 Oh my God. So what is going on in the world, ladies and gentlemen? One big warning I have: the NHS now have an app out. Yeah, it's called what's it called? I had it written down. Oh, Test and Trace. That's what it's called. Test and Trace. It's an app that the NHS has out. And here's my warning about this app, to be honest with you. It tells you whether or not you've got the coronavirus. Yeah. And you only get feedback from the app if it's positive. The problem with the app is that if you are actually negative, you can't put anything back in. It also means that the app will tell you that you've got to go and self-isolate. It will also tell you, right? It will also give everybody your location. It means that they have your details. All right. The government are now deciding that there's going to be a £4,000 fine if you don't self-isolate when you're supposed to self-isolate. So my thing is, don't use the app. Simple as that. Don't use the app. And especially if you've got children in university, because our children in university are now, as far as I'm concerned, they're vulnerable to the pressure of the media and everything around them. Because you know our kids, they're all about apps. Yeah, they're all about apps. So because they're all about apps, there's a strong chance that they will go and get the app and they will download it and they will press all the buttons, and the app may tell them that they have to go and self-isolate. And for all you know, you might not get your child back till Christmas. You know, the talk is now is that the coronavirus has actually gone through the roof. Yeah, and I'm still going to maintain, I'm not going to change my chat on this one, is that it's this time of the year when we're all catching colds. You know, so it's not surprising that the app is going to flag up and show that you may have a high temperature or you've got a cold. And the worst thing about it is that when the coronavirus first started in the first place, they weren't even doing autopsies. They were just burying people. So we really never had a chance to work out what the frig is actually going on. Yeah. Remember, we're in the hands of bungling Boris right about now. Yeah. The guy was good when it came to getting us out of the EU, but in terms of managing this situation, in terms of managing the country, you know, it's a balls up. It's a proper balls up. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows who to trust. You know, when information was coming through difference, you know, in terms of ways in which we could deal with the virus, people were being discredited. I mean, these are professional people who were being discredited. They were being struck off. Yeah, they weren't being struck off for malpractice. They were being struck off because they didn't agree with what was being said, and therefore we're being told that we got freedom of speech. We ain't got no freedom of speech. You got the freedom to do what we're told. And even then we can see the draconian laws that are now coming down, which means that we're not even. I feel like we're living in a communist society, and I first saw it when everyone started wearing masks and wanted to turn into Muslims, and I thought we were against being Muslims, but now it's like we're turning into Muslims, and not only that, but we're taking on the policies of being a Muslim, so to speak, where you have to, one person's dictating to everyone. To the point now where the Conservative Party are all turning in, imploding on one another, because Boris has got all of these powers to just all of a sudden just wake up at a whim and say, right, this and this and this is going to be happening. Yeah. More information from Tony. It's mainly for the DJs playing music and copyright issues. Oh, Tony, man. You nearly took my heart away, Tony, man. I thought it was, you know what I mean? That they were actually going to stop us streaming full stop. Yeah. Cameo is saying, regarding No More Live on Facebook, I think you should just play it by ear, as you don't know that these people don't know what they want after time. You know what, Cameo? It seems like that it's across the board in everything that is under Boris's administration now. Do you know what I mean? Nobody knows what the bombaras they might do, as Shugs would say. You know what I mean? as Shugs would say. Oh, you're having a private conversation now with Mags, eh? Cameo? I should put a rule in there for you, Cameo. I love Cameo, man. Because if you ever get the privilege, I would use the word privilege of being invited to her WhatsApp group. Because in that WhatsApp group, I'm talking about there is reggae giants in there, so not everybody can get onto Sugar's WhatsApp group. But no posting is allowed after certain times. That's one of the rules, and I like it when you got rules because then people have to respect what the group is about, you know. Because when you don't set the perimeters, people behave like children. Do you know what I mean? And they start posting up whatever they want. It's like when you open up your Facebook page and you go, all right, then you guys can put whatever you want on my page, and then the next thing you know, you're advertising stuff that you don't endorse whatsoever, and people just use it as an advertising playground. So big up, Cameo. Big up. And I'm glad that you've come back to talk to the Rants and the Bants crew because they do miss you. Do you know what I mean? And it's nice when I interview people that they come back and they talk to members within the group. Do you know what I mean? Because I'd like to create a community whereby people do know each other. You don't have to come here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but when you do come in, do you know what I mean? That you can catch up on the news and you're catching up on what everybody is doing as individuals. Yeah. And we slowly introduce the personalities. I mean, I'm talking about, you know what I mean, celebrities. Yeah. Because the most important people are you, Rants and Bants. You are the people who drive this platform. Good news for us on Saturday, by the way, really good news. Our special guest will be...
Well, girl, I tell you no, you're hiding me things here. Find me keys, no. Now humbug me here, you hear me now? Yeah, girl. Where me keys? I wear me phone. I wear me keys. I wear me phone. I wear me keys. I wear me phone. I wear me keys. Have you ever been in this situation where you lost your keys and your mobile? Have you ever been in that situation where you lost your keys and your mobile? Have you ever been in that situation where you lost your keys?
Yep, so he will be with us on Saturday morning. So it will be good if anybody who knows anything about DJ Countryman and myself, we do a quiz and a Rants and a Bant show on a Saturday morning. And it's quite good. It's quite good. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. We get to see the other side of those people who join us on the chat show. I mean, this week we had Kaz and we had Peter Terry, as you know. But we will see another side to them. Yeah, because they showed us the inner side of them. I can't say I don't think we can see much more fun side of Kaz as it is, because everything's fucking fun when it comes to Kaz. Do you know what I mean? Life is just, what did she say? I am blessed. That's what Kaz says. Kaz goes, I'm blessed, you know, Rudy. Because you hear people say that all the time. They go, I'm blessed. And you feel like you just punch them in the mouth. I go, how blessed are you now? You know what I mean? Just all a punching at the mouth. That's how blessed you are. You're so blessed. Yeah, that me can punch in the mouth. You know what I mean? They always say, I'm blessed, you know, I'm blessed. Yeah, me, I'm blessed. But I got to admit, Kaz is blessed, man. She's blessed. I mean, we followed her on her 50th. We followed her throughout the whole of COVID. Do you know what I mean? And it was a joy. It was a joy following everybody's story. And I honestly believe that we all got stories to tell. That's why our next guest next week, Monday, on the chat show is going to be Trevor Fagan from the Rough Cut Band. Right? If you know the Rough Cut Band, anytime you lot have gone out to see reggae artists who come over from Jamaica and that, normally it's the Rough Cut Band who's in support. Yeah. And the gentleman that we will be interviewing goes by the name of Trevor Fagan. And Trevor Fagan is the drummer. He's the guy who keeps the beat together. So we'll be talking to the drummer of the Rough Cut Band, that's Trevor Fagan. We'll also be talking to Jackie Williams, who is a member of the Rants and Bants crew. All right, she's based in Birmingham. So we'll be talking to one of our members outside the M25. So I hope that you guys will tune into that, you know, because us as the Rants and Bants crew, as Kaz would say, we're blessed. Enough of that. Enough of that. You didn't come in here for that. You know what I mean? About she blessed. She blessed, you know. She blessed. She blessed. She definitely. She blessed. She blessed. She blessed. She's blessed to us. Yeah, man. No love have you quick to call him out. He might be new to you, but Paul's been here from morning. I know. But remember, we've only got 52 weeks in a year, so do you know what I mean? When we get round to interviewing everybody, it's going to take a while, isn't it? It's going to take us a while. You know what I mean? And remember, the whole Keep It Real chat show only started because instead of having conversations, like I could have picked up the phone and started talking to everybody one-one, the decision was that we would have our own chat show, and that's what we've done. And I think it's developing. I think it's going in the direction that we all wanted it to go. It's slow progress, as you know, but that's what I'm saying. We've got 52 weeks in a year, and I think Paul has realised that, and that's why he's decided to, when he's going to do his interview, it's going to be at a time that's more convenient for him. He's currently, he might not even want me to tell you this, yeah, but he's currently doing a stand-up comedy course. That's why I actually really wanted to get him on before, so that we could have spoken to Paul about what he's been through and what he's been doing and where he's up. And like, you know, the lockdown, he kind of decided he'd do a stand-up comedy course, and we could have all gone when he was going to do his first show. We could have all showed up there and sat down and go, like, come on, Paul, let's see how funny you are. You know what I mean? Let's see how funny you are, Paul. Let's see how funny you are. But I think that's why Paul's held us off, because, you know what I mean? If you come to school dressed like that, you got to be a funny guy. Do you know what I mean? If you come to school dressed like that, you're going to be a funny guy. But Paul has decided to put off his interview. Yeah. So, well, we'll see. So thanks for that, Tony, by the way. Thanks for that. Tony has just confirmed that it's the music DJs who's got to worry. So we will be able to continue to stream and what have you and do our thing, which is great. It's great. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation of that, Tony. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Wait, who are you? Oh, Zipper. You don't know who Zipper is? You don't remember who Zipper is? Zipper was on Britain's Got Talent. And yes, that's right, Liz. He is from Manchester. We call her Lizard. You are so feisty. She is so feisty. What do you mean? That was no typo. That was no typo. That was you just being you. That was you being you. Oh my God. Denise is not easy when she's ready, you know. Oh my God, Denise is feisty. Call Liz a lizard, you know. Hold on. Oh, yes. That reminds me, people. Especially if you hit the red button and you're in the Rants and Bants room, yeah, please don't forget to like the page, right? When you like the page, that's when you can be notified of when I go up, yeah? And it's important in order for us to grow that you guys share. Yeah, if you don't share, we don't grow. Yeah, and it's important that we grow. It will allow me to get to a point where I can at least monetize and get an income to help me keep this going. Yeah, so it's important that you share. It really is. If you don't share, at least hold a watch party. Even if you hold a watch party for 10 or 15 minutes and somebody else gets to see it, it may encourage them to come on one of the other platforms, whether it be Keep It Real or whether it be 15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood on a Saturday morning, right, which is a brilliant show. I think Saturday mornings is a brilliant show. It gets you ready to go out shopping so that the Asian man can follow you around the shop later on. Do you know what I mean? You got to come in the room on a Saturday morning. And don't forget, we've got Anything Goes tonight. The Anything Goes podcast is tonight, whereby you ask questions of a panel and the panel has to answer those questions. It's a dilemma kind of like show. I would appreciate if there are any questions. This is what Coach Astrid suggested that I do, especially with the Rants and Bants crew. I would suggest that if you've got any questions for tonight, could you please post them to me today? Yeah. If you can go into my messenger and you can leave it there, yeah, what question that could be posted tonight, I would appreciate it. Yeah, or you can even put it in a group. You can put it in the comments today. If there's some burning question that you've got that needs to be answered or could be answered, put it in there today, and then I can collate a set of questions for later on for the show, or even for shows to come. But that will help me. That will help me, and it will be much appreciated. So please do share, and do help me out. And also let's encourage Paul to get his let's encourage Paul to get his interview done, because like Denise said, he's been in the room for a very long time now, and it'll be good if people get to know him, as well as Sandy. I want people to get to know Sandy, but I'm not going to tell people what you do, Sandy, until you step forward. Yeah, I know you said you got things happening. Flying visit, guys. Love you all. Have a great day, Rudy and the Rants and Bants family. He always pops in and pops out. That's our Trevor. All right. In fact, let's have a quick break and let's see what Trevor does.
Try and cater to the community as best we can.
And as you can see, the support from all the coaches here, we all have one vision.
When you develop the mindset, what you're doing is you're developing a person that can be successful.
Trevor used to say, Trevor Hart, you bend a tree when it's young. What happens with a lot of them is they're wasting their time, a lot of it, doing the stupidness on the road before they get in the sense. So if we can get them early, we can hopefully push them in the right direction.
From here, a lot of the boys look at it and they say, oh, I can achieve that. Football's at our heart. Doing right by all the kids that are here is paramount. So for us, it's a win-win scenario, really and truly. Really a win-win scenario in that we get to do what we love, which is coaching. The kids get to come out and play football, and parents, it's slightly easier on their pocket.
We love looking after young people and just basically helping them in their football development. The academies look after all the senior kids, all the elite kids, and we look after everyone else.
The conveyor belt of talent coming from North West London isn't as frequent as South, West, East and North. So when we do have success stories, it's important that we use those as reference points to the younger people to make them know that where we come from, we can make it.
This is where I'm comfortable. This is what gives me the most joy, watching them not being able to kick a ball, and then 6 months later they're able to do things they never envisioned them doing.
A lot of people.
So I hope you can see what this platform is really about. The Rants and the Bants crew is all about one another, what we're doing inside of the community, all the hard work that we're doing. And I don't think anybody is doing something that can't be spoken about. I don't think that anybody does not have a story to tell, no matter how much you might think it's not relevant. I believe that it is relevant. I don't care if you're a dustman, okay? I don't care if you're the mayor of London. I think you're just as important as the mayor of London, believe it or not, because the idea of me going on the street and slipping on dog shit is not nice, yeah? But to know that somebody has removed it, do you know what I mean? It becomes a benefit to me, and that is just as important as the person who is Sadiq Khan, so to speak. And even then, we're realizing that the higher a monkey climb, the more his batty show. Yeah, that's a saying amongst the Caribbean community. And the thing is that this platform is made up of lots of different types of people. Because as you guys know, I'm a stand-up comedian and I travel around the world. Yeah, my community is multicultural in nature. It's not something that I deliberately decided to do. Okay, my preference is black people, obviously, because I'm a black person. Right, but it doesn't mean, like my dad said, when delivering as a postman, you don't deliver to everybody's door. You know what I mean? You deliver to everybody's door. Yeah, cultural sensitivity is an important thing. It means we have mutual respect for one another. You know, so I love this platform because it's such a diverse set of people in here. From white collar workers to blue collar workers to black people to Asian people to people from the Middle East. It's people around the world, and what we do is we celebrate each other's triumphs, and we don't only just celebrate the triumphs, but we also look at the tragedy of one another's life, but we also help each other to come out of those tragedies. That's why one of the most important people that we have in the group is Coach Astrid. Coach Astrid empowers women. She empowers anybody who feels that they are not empowered. Do you know what I mean? She does an early morning meditational session and coaching session. She also has programs that people can go on. She's written 2 books in the space of the couple of months that we've been locked down. Something that she wanted to do for years, you know what I mean? And she walks her talk, basically. You know, we watch each other grow. We've seen that Peter Terry's had 2 wonderful twins. Those are his twin girls. That's Peter Terry right there. Peter Terry with his son. He brought up his son alongside his missus. He's lost the use of his limbs. But despite all of that, with all, especially if you were here on Monday, you would have seen what Peter was able to achieve. We also talked to some of our greats. We spoke to Tipper Irie. We've spoken to Sandra Cross. And like I said, on this Saturday, we will be talking to the one and only Zipper Tafari, who was in Britain's Got Talent. He's traveled the world. He went to Japan. He went to Russia. He's going to tell us a little bit about his story. If you can't remember him, you might remember him.
Well, girl, I tell you no, you're hiding me things here. Find me keys, no. Now humbug me here, you hear me now? Yeah, girl. Where me keys? I wear me phone. I wear me keys. I wear me phone. I wear me keys. I wear me phone. I wear me keys. Have you ever been in this situation where you lost your keys and you're mobile? Have you ever been in that situation where you lost your keys and you're mobile? Have you ever been in that situation where you lost your keys and you're mobile? Have you ever been in that situation where you lost your keys and you're mobile? Hands in your front, in your back pocket, moving things like you're demented. Can't remember where you put it. Hot, cold, frustrated. I wear me keys, I wear me phone, 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 I wear me keys, I wear me phone. Yo, Alicia, give me a ring. I can't hear a thing. 1, 2, 3. Have you ever been in that situation where you lost your? Have you ever been in that situation? Lost your keys and your mobile. Hands in your front, in your back pocket. Moving things like you're demented. Can't remember where you put it. Frustrated. I wear me keys. I wear me. I wear me keys. I wear me. I wear me keys. I wear me phone. I wear me keys. I wear me phone. I wear me. We found them. We got them. Have you ever been in that situation where you lost your keys? Where the keys? Where's my keys?
He killed it. He killed it. He absolutely slaughtered it. And we're going to be talking to him Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. That's DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood. 15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood. I hope you're going to join us. I know that you guys will like it. In fact, talking to him, he's a very funny guy, actually. Very, 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 very funny guy. So it'd be good, man, if you guys pop in Saturday. But let's not forget, it's all about tonight. Anything goes. There will be notifications that will be out later on today. We start at 10 o'clock. And it's an adult show. So there's going to be the odd cuss words. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get a little bit heated. Yeah. But we're all adults. And that's why it is at 10 o'clock. Right, it is at 10 o'clock, so we don't shy away from anything. So it doesn't matter what question you might want to ask the panel. Feel free to go ahead. We're not explicit. I got cut off. I got cut off. I can see I got cut off. Looks like where my keys and where my phone got me kicked off. There is nobody watching, Rudy. There is nobody watching. They might be able to hear you, but They cannot see you. Never mind. Ooh. Not sure if this is happening on Facebook or if it's happening on I think